guys, welcome back to the show no one asked for, episode 601. I'm Daniel.
This is Saga MC.
And welcome back. How's everybody? It's a new year. We're getting started.
Yeah. We've been a little off.
Yeah.
Kind of fell off, but it's okay.
Well, really busy. Lots going on. Lots going on.
Yeah, life comes at you fast and shit, man.
And it hits hard.
Yeah,
it hits.
But
hard.
that's not an excuse. So
no, it isn't. It's a fact. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so to deal with that and like with the busy, holidays and going into the New Year's, do you do New Year's resolutions or are you like a fan of that? Do you have any?
I feel like the New Year's resolution is stuff that's carried over from the last year.
Yeah.
In terms of it's things that you've already been thinking about throughout the year, right? It's not you don't sit down and you're like, let me go through life. It's usually stuff you can pick them out. Like you haven't worked out for the whole year. You're like, shit, it's January. I probably should get in shape. You know, that's right. Like you're like, fucking shit at the gym.
What the really odd thing I find about the resolutions is like, let's say it's not the ones that I mean I get what you're saying and I agree. Yeah,
there's always
but the weirder ones are the ones where they're saying, oh yeah, my New Year's resolution, like 2 weeks away from New Year's, but you're just 2 weeks away. Like you could just do it.
And so
day.
So that's the problem I have with New Year's resolutions.
Because if it's something you thought before the summer, and then you're like, oh yeah, you never thought about it, and then New Year's resolution, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get back into this. In the new year, still weird, but okay, I get it. Something like that, you're just gonna rekindle, the new year, get a fresh start, but the shit where you're like, oh, it's just 3 weeks away. There's nothing
I'm gonna
stopping
stop drinking. Well, but see, like things like that, like people are like, I'm gonna stop drinking for this year.
Well, the holiday, I get that because
that's why they don't.
They anticipate the parties, so they make it like it's like training wheels.
Yeah, but that's the point when if you're not already making that decision,
then you don't really want to.
Yeah,
you don't really want to. You're not really committed. Yeah.
No,
it's like a soft choice.
That's like putting yourself into the fire right away. It's like, I'm just gonna quit now. And then when New Year's rolls around, I'd be like, I'll just carry that continuously.
Just carry it.
What's crazy to me is the New Year's resolutions is, no one says like, it's not like a health plan where you're like, hey, you can't change your doctor between these months, or like you have to wait till the cycle continues.
No, you can do whatever it is.
It could be fucking May, and you could be like, you know what, I'm gonna change.
Yeah, no, that's what
this
I'm trying
year.
to. That's why I always thought the New Year's resolutions was really odd, really weird.
And that's why I'm saying, like, it's just stuff that you've been thinking about the whole year. It wasn't like, oh, January came around, dang, you know what?
I mean, that being said, right, it is good to kind of like mentally think about like small goals that lead you to one big goal.
Or hit the reset button.
And that's healthy to do that. And then maybe it's like one of those things. It's kind of like people talk trash about certain holidays, but those holidays are really the only times that we'll do those things. So like let's say Valentine's Day, and
I hate Valentine's.
Valentine's. Did you say Valentine's?
Yeah. It's funny because in my mind I was like, shit. Is it times or times?
Is it times?
Times New Roman?
The homies always said times.
I don't care. That's how much I hate it. Probably because I can't pronounce it. Whatever.
Hey, you going to Valentine's?
Yeah. It's about Valentine's. It's about that time.
It's about Valentine's. No, but it's like, people use that excuse like, oh, I hate it, it's just commercial, and I don't have to show love that day, I show it all other times. Yeah, but you don't though. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of like a reminder, and it's a crappy one. It's a superficial, like lame.
If you need everybody to remind you, it's kind of.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, and so I follow that too because I don't like it for that reason. That the shit. The fuck is that? See, this is what happens when you're not prepared. You don't fucking silence yourself. That was me. Okay.
Rude.
I know, right?
Rude.
Mid conversation, it's like, who the fuck? So my problem.
We'll have another. We'll be having another guest.
I just blink
next week.
No, so right. So you're just talking to nobody. It's just you talking to yourself.
That's what it was this whole time.
Right? Yeah. So my thing is, people like the douchebag boyfriends or asshole partners.
Yeah.
They're like, look, I got you flowers and all this stuff on Valentine's Day. You know, and I'm just like, and then they're, you know, the girlfriends or wives are like, oh man, he loves me, and I'm like, no, stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he's just doing it on the 14th. Like, what happened? He beat your ass the 2 days before. Like, that doesn't stop.
I mean, beat your ass. That's a whole.
No, but what I'm saying, because there's people that think like,
that's
this 14, he remembered, and see, he really does love me. It's like, no, I can't use that.
But that goes into the general thing about relationships of like where people will say, man. So if you break down a relationship into 10 parts, like 10 meetings.
Okay.
And so 10 times that you're gathering with that other person, right? And out of the 10, 9 times he's beat your ass. And the one time you guys went to Disneyland and laughed the whole day, you guys didn't fight at all, you guys kissed, you guys made love and everything. So you're like, man, but when it's good, it's good. Right? And so then they stay, but then they get black eyes the entire other time. What I've always said is like, I get what you're saying, but it should always be. I'm not saying all relationships are perfect, and that's not what I'm saying. But it should be, if you break it down into meetings, you should enjoy more of the meetings than less of them.
Exactly, or at least break even.
Yeah, at the very least, you should be like, oh, out of the 10 times we hung out in the last month, at least
6 we're good. You're like, oh, it's not bad.
And they were awkward the other times, hopefully they weren't,
But that's why I hate that,
because weave or anything.
Because people put so much emphasis on that one day where it's
and it makes up for the entire 364 other days.
To the point where when you don't do something, because like me and my wife, we don't do something. We do something anti-Valentine's Day, like a picture of like us like breaking it. So, like that's our fun way of establish or showing that like.
But see, you fell into the trap.
Right? Yes. Yes and no.
You fell into the trap.
But the thing is like when I tell people, right? When I tell people like, no, we don't celebrate it and we don't do anything, they're like, oh, you're an asshole. You're a dick.
Yeah.
She really does want something. And I'm like, that's weird. You never met my wife.
Yeah.
So, and I've talked to her. Yeah, we've had intimate, like very deep conversations. She's like, you better not get me something on that day.
Right.
Like you can, but I also
then it makes you feel weird, right?
Yeah, so but she also knows that I give her stuff on other days.
Right.
I don't have to be like, oh shit, it's the 14th. I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't feel that anxiety. Oh fuck, it's the 14th. I need to get these flowers.
And that's great.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I got you nothing. Or if I do get her something, she's like, oh, cool, that's cool. But then I'll get her something way before or during the year,
But see, that's how I feel about like Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving, obviously, I mean, I don't think it's the history behind it is really not all that
it's poor
ethical.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
it should be celebrated.
right. But how many times do you get together with like all your family and eat that specific food? And so it's more about that. Like I don't know. I haven't thought about the pilgrims since forever. You know what I mean? I was just like, man, it's bomb food. Yeah. I'm getting with people that I enjoy
or
to be with.
Haven't
seen in a while, and so like that's what I don't understand. That's fine with me. You know what I mean? So,
but to that point, like,
but people will judge you. Like, are you still celebrating Thanksgiving? Like,
well, but that's why
I like getting together with my family and eating food. You know what I mean?
To your point of the New Year's resolutions, it's the same thing. Like, you don't need Thanksgiving or Christmas to get with the family.
That's true. That's true. Right.
But people make it one of those where it's like, well, shit, if I don't, they're gonna look at me like, why didn't you come to Thanksgiving? Why didn't you? It could be, why didn't you come to Thursday in May?
No. See. So, for those families that don't get together regularly, Thanksgiving could be that one day, and so my. But
I feel like it's my guilt.
Right. And I agree.
Shit, I didn't go.
364 days. I have to go this day. But I mean, if that's what it takes to keep one day of family together out of the year, I mean, that's what it takes.
So maybe that's what people are doing with the resolution. They need the January 1st.
That was my next point. Is that they don't regularly think about their goals or improving themselves in certain ways. So then the resolution comes in to those people that never do.
And for me, I think that they do think about it, but I think they use the excuse that, well, it's not the beginning of the year. I would hate to start in a halfway point.
Well, and it's so weird and odd. But
and don't get me wrong, I do this shit too. Sometimes I was like, fuck, I should change. couple weeks from now.
Yeah.
After my friend's birthday.
Everyone procrastinates. No, yeah. It's just weird that we do that.
But but I don't put too much emphasis on New Year's.
Here will be okay. Yeah. No, and New Year's I haven't since like elementary school when they had to tell you to write those.
You had to write some shit.
And even after that, when they would tell you, I was just like, no, I don't really, you know, like want to improve.
Yeah, because it's all a made up thing. Like
it's made up. Yeah,
time is continuous.
Yeah,
it's not like today is a new year. Yeah. No, today's just a new day.
You can get up tomorrow and work out.
Yeah,
and
I could be like
push up.
Tomorrow's my start of the new year.
Yeah, right.
Or my birthday is the start of the new year because technically that's when you first enter this planet.
Yeah, right. So that's really the new
start,
year. Yeah. So it's really up to. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, for sure, and I do this
because I don't agree. I don't do the resolutions. I just I think
I like to hear, and I like to hear when people are like, "What is yours?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I always tell them like, "I don't got any." And they're like, you don't got any resolutions?
Yeah, like
I'm like, no. I think to have less of these conversations is to avoid people like you. It's probably my New Year's resolution, and I'm gonna start now.
Right now, right?
I'm like, hey, but wait, I don't care. Don't care. Yeah,
it's a new year. This is my year,
right? Yeah. Speaking of my year, right?
Hey, your Niners are finally doing something.
They're in the Super Bowl. Not only did they finally do something, they're in the big game.
Since when? Since young or when?
No, actually, we went in 2012.
Okay.
We lost to the Ravens. Right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we were gonna win, and then the lights changed. The lights went out, and all this whole.
That's right.
Focus, whatever. But we're not on that. We're on this year, and
that leads me to more stuff. But
to more resolutions.
To more resolutions. Yes. So, no, it's true.
So as a fan, like. Dude, I've been, I've been repping my colors, my shirts, my jerseys, right?
Finally. But in a year that no one cares.
I care. All the Niner Nations care. Niner Nation cares. Chiefs fans care. But the crazy part to me is, I wear my Niners hat, day in, day out. I wear my jersey day in, day out, and no one says shit. Right? No one cares.
Oh, so you notice it too?
Yes.
Oh, isn't it weird? Dude, nobody talks about football.
No, that's not.
Nobody's it's not how other years where like there's water cooler talk. It's rare that I hear football talk.
So I don't get that. I've heard maybe with who the people you.
But even those
worried
people,
about the resolution.
No, but yeah, exactly.
I can't focus on any games.
The New Year hit.
I need to change.
I dropped my fantasy. Right? I dropped everything.
No, the thing is, it's like people have seen me and they haven't said anything. Right?
Yeah.
What
I wouldn't want to talk to you.
What I've heard some people say
I'm forced to be here by our sponsors.
Right? So what people have told me throughout the season was like, oh, you guys are whack, you guys are trash, you guys haven't played anybody. And then we play these teams, we win, and they're like, oh, you got lucky. Okay, right? Mm-hmm. So now that we're in the Super Bowl, I have so many people where like all these people coming up to me saying, they're gonna lose, oh, they're whack, and I'm like, why didn't you say why would you stop talking this mad loud noise in week whatever, like there was a couple people saying stuff that because the Niners were trash, right?
Well, because they've always
but what I'm saying is
for a long
everybody seems to have an opinion on the Niners all of a sudden, right?
Right.
And it's weird because I'll be like, who's your team? They're like the Rams. I'm like, well, the Rams aren't in the game, they're gone. Who's your team? Oh, we're Seahawks. Well, we beat you, and then Green Bay beat you and got you out of there. And then some kid came up and he was a Green Bay fan.
Oh, geez.
And he's like, you guys got lucky. Like, I saw him with his hat, and I was like, I'm not going to even say anything. I'm not going to even do nothing, right? But he saw me and he's like, you guys got lucky. And I was like, how so when we beat you by 3 scores,
Jeez.
Right?
Yeah.
And we were winning in the half 21-0. Oh. How is it that we got lucky? Are we lucky because when you decided to score twice, we didn't have 6 more quarters to go? Like,
this is a crazy long conversation to have.
Right?
Basketball. So analyzing the game, analyzing luck.
Right? No, but I mean, we had
man.
There was time to have
this. Is your football talk. It was your football talk.
There was that time. But I was like. And so I just have all these people. I was at freaking Home Depot buying a spray can, right? Not to tag. Right?
Hoodlum.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not to tag. And so the guy was like, "Oh, did you need?" And he looked. That was wearing the jersey. He's like, "Oh, you're a Niner fan." I'm like, "Here we go."
Yeah.
He's like, "I shouldn't even help you." And I'm like, "What?" Like I came in with this jersey 2 weeks ago and no one said shit.
Yeah,
you know. And he's like, "Oh," and he said he was a Chiefs fan, but he stopped watching because they stopped playing lit. And I always don't understand that. Oh, my team sucks. Eh. Like I can understand where you're. Like I still rep my teams. I'm a Bulls fan, and we are trash every year. But
I stopped watching football.
Okay.
Because I understand that all sports entertainment is sports entertainment. NBA, MLB. I get it, and to it would be naive to pretend that there's not some influence of something. I don't even know what to define it as. I'm not. It's above my pay grade. But I believe there is stuff that's influencing the game. And I've done this with other leagues. Like I felt like the NBA, they got out of hand where they started. I feel like blatantly rigging games, you know, and it was blatant. I mean, letting players do whatever they want is a form of rigging the game. You know, weird call like that. No one, even little league refs, won't make those mistakes. Like, come on, man. And these are the best refs in the. And so I think that it's happened in football where I don't even know if it's about rigging, but it's kind of like the NFL. I felt weird lately about the NFL. I don't know, and I haven't watched it enough to kind of get sucked back in. With the NBA, I haven't watched it, right? But I've watched it enough. I've been watching it enough where I'm like, oh man, this is some good basketball. It's kind of like it's got me in. They got exciting again, right?
Because there's so many teams that have now some actual players.
Oh man,
it's not just one. Like,
okay, so it isn't. So it's a thing then. Oh
see, to that point, that's why I think like football. Like playing football, I enjoy playing football, but it was
a fun game.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be my first game that I would want to play. Like I'll choose basketball to play basketball all day, right?
Same. Yeah, I would choose basketball.
But the thing is, it's like football is such an important. Like every game counts. You know, it's only 16 games.
16 games.
You know, and it's not like like in basketball, you can lose for a good portion of the first part of the season, and then still make a playoff run.
Yeah.
You know, for football, it's like. You lost 3 games, the first 3 games, your chances of even going to the playoffs versus let alone the Super Bowl is like
diminished.
You're almost already done with 0-3 start.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like for football, like everything counts to me.
Right,
I mean, not just to me, but it counts.
So it's special.
Yeah. So then, especially when my team gets into that big dance, like the amount of hate, and then it's by people whose team isn't even in it.
Yeah.
Like that hate culture is what I'm talking about. Like
but you just said it right there. Yeah. Though. You just said it. That's it. That my team isn't in it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna destroy you because my team's not.
I'm
that's
only weird to me. Like, dude, but I feel like
what have I said all season?
Yeah.
I haven't watched. I'm a Rams fan, but I haven't watched. I can't pretend to be invested. Exactly. When I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not invested. I mean, I'm a Rams fan, but
somebody
what does that even mean?
You're like, I'm a Rams fan.
Yeah. I hope that if I had any hope in the NFL for any team, it's towards the Rams.
Yeah.
That's what I guess makes me a fan. But I haven't watched any games. I haven't really been paying attention. But all season you've been happy. And I've been congratulating.
I mean, even last year I wasn't happy, but I was still trying to watch the games. It sucked. You know.
Yeah, but I congratulate.
I'm still wearing my hat.
I congratulate fans on their wins. You know what I mean? So like you were winning, your team is doing good. Your team has sucked for a long time. So I feel like so I'm like, hey, congrats, man. That's awesome. Because I don't feel insecure about it. You know what I mean?
But see, my thing is
but
like,
that's what that comes from. It's like, oh, my team's not in it. And then I just heard this on a podcast. I don't know if it was Aubrey Marcus podcast or was it Joe Rogan's like MMA show? Yeah. It was some. I heard it on a podcast, but and I've heard this before. It's a saying where I think it was Michael Bisping or Chael Sonnen. Somebody said it, but basically you can go into a village and you can have like the highest building by either building a few floors and then destroying every building in the town. Now you have the highest building, or you can just build the highest building.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and just and admire the other buildings that are really tall, you know, and just be like, oh, that's a good job. I'll get there.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be there next year, you know, or whatever. You know what I mean? But
it's crazy because people go out of their way to like bring on this noise. Like me, I'm not the type to where I'm like if my team is matching up, like they're going against the Chiefs, I'm not gonna be like the Chiefs suck, this and that. I'm like, nah, because they got a shot. They're in the Super Bowl. They can beat my team. My team could beat their team. We don't know until it happens, right? But it's like for all these people to hate, like you could be competitive and be like, hey, I think my team's got it. But for your team to not even be there, and you're just spewing this like your team's not going to win. It's like
so I could get into this like deep thing about it being like, oh, I feel sad that my team's not in it,
and that's what it is. Yeah, envy.
And I could, but to feel so much envy that to actually, you know, bring to words and articulate and actually spew it out to somebody else. Like I could think it in my head and be like, you know, but to actually have that much black in you to actually be like, screw your team. You know, that just, I think that's more revealing of the person.
Oh, for sure.
So I was about to say that and make the point, but what I was gonna say, that being said, I feel like sports is a little bit different. Sports is a little bit different because it's about the divisions of the regions. It's about that I live in LA and you're totally going for San Francisco and I go
for the rivalries
and so
all that.
It's about the holler. You know, you want to wear that. You want to get the like, oh, screw you, burn your hat, bro. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of the fun. It is. And like I just said, I haven't heard crap. And so even if I heard hate culture, I mean, how much of it is hate culture, like that is involved in other aspects of our society versus like how much is like sports trash talking that is like fan stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So why
like
I think it's more of a hate culture thing is because people just want to be a part of it.
Because you're sensitive, bro. You're a snowflake. You're a snowflake. I'm finally wearing my stuff and people talk you trash.
No, but here's the thing. Like, since my team is in the Super Bowl. since my mom said. No, the crazy part is my team is there, right? It's like someone saying...
We get it.
No. It's like someone saying, you're going to that party? That party's whack. It's like, well, I'll be able to be the judge of that while you're outside hating.
Yeah, you didn't get invited.
Yeah. You're just mad because you get invited. And they're like, oh, but I didn't want to go. It's like, sure you didn't.
But we all get that that's what it is. I think in sports, it's more like... You're red, I'm blue. You know, you're pink, you're orange, and like we all have to like.
No, you know? I think that's indicative of the person because again, I don't go out of my way.
I don't. Like I said, I just said I don't. I congratulate you on your season. I think you've had a great season.
Yeah, but you're not invested. Awesome. You said, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't go out of my way to like tell my Rams friends like you're whack.
Yeah. Well, I just respond. So, but see, that starts the
but I respond too. Like they bring this hate, and then that's when I'm like, well, let's talk about it. Let's go with facts.
Right.
Niners are in the Super Bowl. Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. Your team is what? It doesn't matter because you're not one of those. So you're done.
Right.
To me, it's weird that you would even say, hey, I have an opinion.
Yeah, but I feel like
because it's like you want to know my opinion. Yours doesn't matter because your team's not in it.
No, right, but I feel like even buying into or even defining it as hate culture is kind of like this kind of softening, like, who cares? You know, this softening, like even acknowledging the hate.
Yeah.
Hate. Like, who cares? Who cares? If you're, okay, so there's a concept that, like, you know, and this is not necessary. I mean, I'm just trying to make a point. So if you're in a race, you know, and you're winning, you're winning.
Of course.
You're facing forward. Who are you focused on? No one. There is no one in front of you. You're focused on the finish line. If you're second place, essentially the first loser. You're looking ahead. You are now focused on the winner. So it's like losers focus on winners,
True.
and the winners just focus on a path. Not necessarily saying that the second place is the loser. So if I'm a second place, and someone's beating me, but I'm focused on my game, it's because I'm I'm a winner.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
But here's the thing why this doesn't work.
Who cares about hate? Who cares? Okay, let them be trees. You're just going through the forest. People are saying stuff. They're just trees.
But here's the reason why that analogy doesn't work. Because these people who are talking this trash, they're not even in the race anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, if we were still in playoffs...
Yeah, so imagine if Michael Phelps was like...
And I'm not saying like... I'm not saying like...
No, he's still focused on winning.
I get that.
Whether they're in the water behind him or they're outside of the pool, it doesn't matter.
Let me clarify.
It doesn't matter.
For those listening. And those in
he's about to clarify. He's about to let you know that he has to stop and go change his diaper.
I'll be right back.
Change your diaper.
No, what I'm saying is...
Okay, now that we're back.
It's not that it affects me. I'm just so confused as to why... because these people have seen me all year, and none of them say anything. Yeah. But now that I'm in this position, and I understand, like, you're in the lead. Yeah. Well, fuck your position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're the one in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Who else is gonna talk shit?
But no one's gonna say anything.
No one's gonna talk shit.
That's the equivalent to me when I see somebody like let's say I go to a Niner game and they're against the Chargers, right? And then there's a guy with a Patriots jersey. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing there, repping the Patriots? Your team's not even playing.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to watch the game, that's fine.
Yeah.
But sit down and just watch. I mean,
it's odd.
It's weird. Like, you bought a ticket.
Yeah.
For clearly not your team.
I get it.
Like, you could be a Patriots fan and just show up and be like, And again, if you want to rep your team all day, that's great too. But it's weird to me. I'm not gonna go to a Patriots game. Like when Kobe's.
Are you?
No.
I mean, you're a Niners fan.
When Kobe's last game in basketball was, and they're like, man, everybody's got to see Kobe.
Yeah.
I went to a Laker game, but guess who they were against? The Bulls. Because Bulls are my team.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, the Lakers and Clippers game.
No, they're in
gotta
the game.
Go.
They're the competitors.
Yeah, like I'm rooting for my team. I'm not gonna go and say, hey, I don't know anybody
but
here.
What about the people that can't afford multiple jerseys and just have that jersey and are like, this is the only NFL game? I mean, they're hundreds of bucks, aren't they? And so you're like, I have to rep something NFL. So then they take that thing, and then there's some guys like throwing stuff at it.
But that's my point.
Some kid like,
you're willing to get beat up at another team's game? Like,
no, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't. But
it's
see,
like,
that's why my advice is, even if you do feel the envious, like, hey, I want to say something, don't. You'll reveal yourself. Yeah. You reveal yourself as the loser that's focused on the guy that's envious.
But it's
you reveal yourself.
No, because to me it's crazy. Like, if you're winning and I call out that you're winning, and you
just acknowledges the victory.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, if you respond back, you're not losing because you're in the winning chair. I make myself even more like a loser because I'm saying, hey, you're winning. You should stop winning. And you say, well, you should get better. Then I'm just like...
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to say.
There's nothing the loser can say to the winner.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I'm getting hurt
by it. And you reveal yourself.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the losers.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's like, don't reveal yourself. Even if you really, really want to, just don't reveal yourself.
Don't get me wrong.
Go out there.
I'll be fucking pissed and sad and all the other things if the Niners lose, right?
Yeah.
So I saw this one person with the Kansas City Chiefs jersey, and I'm like, the only person here that could say anything is this person.
Yeah.
Because they literally have the opposing team's jersey.
Right.
And he's in.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, I don't want you to win, just like you probably don't want obviously want my team to win. One of us is going to be unhappy that Monday. But hey,
man,
I hope it's you that's unhappy and not me.
Yeah.
But that's it.
It's a two-team sport. Yeah. You're flipping a coin.
Yeah.
There's going to be one winner
and I'm not
losing.
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks that I'm not invested to play. I'm not even playing.
But that's the thing, right? Because there's gonna be haters, even if you win.
For sure, but I think the noise is greater if you lose and there's haters because you have nothing to drown the sorrow. You're like, damn. Like, I know they weren't right, but in their eyes, they're like, I told you so. And
but it's easy to say now in the final game, the final week is Super Bowl, and it is now down to 2. And then you say, oh, okay, you lost.
They have a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But that's why
you're not really Nostradamus, bro. You flip the coin.
The coin.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
The guys that you, whether it was passion or not, saying my team's gonna make it. You know, when you had no trades or whatever. I don't know how the season went, but you know, those guys, the guys that say that and then are now in the Super Bowl, are really the only ones that can say I had it right all season. Like I had said it from the beginning, you know. And there's something to be said. That's the whole fun part. But I think that there is something to be said to sports trash talk. Yeah. And it's like
there's a camaraderie.
You know what I'm saying? It brings in like the friendly, you know, banter. You know.
But I feel like that you can see this what I say hate culture, because like I'll look at tweets, you know, and it's just people just like probably not, they don't even have any care about football whatsoever, but they need to say this. Your team, blah 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 blah, and it's like whoa, and you know you look at
their crazy though. But that's what I'm trying to say is like the effort. Like I get it, you're mad, but whoa,
that what though?
To sit there, I mean,
like at first it's like you're mad at who?
Crazy, right?
Yeah, did a Niner fan like hurt you at something?
But let's even give them that. Yeah. Let's even say, okay, you're mad at that. Crazy. Let's not acknowledge that actually. But okay, for the sake of it, you're mad at the Niners for some reason. You're mad. You hate the Niners. Yeah. To now be more mad, and you're gonna tweet, and then post online public forever
and have conversations with other people about your disdain
that nobody asked you, but you now farted it out to the wind into the universe that you are now at that moment you were so mad and envious of the Niners.
And it's crazy because I'll go down the rabbit hole.
How are you envious of the Niners? Even if they win the Super Bowl, they're still the Niners. I don't know. Like you know what I mean? You need a joke. Oh, you need a diaper change again? Oh yeah. Edit it.
I will on Monday.
Edit it on Monday.
I will definitely.
Right. Oh yeah, because of the luck, right?
No,
because you were lucky, man. The kid was right. You're lucky.
No, I won't show up to work if you know.
I bet you will.
It's like what happened? I didn't see the game.
Yeah.
If we lose, but I feel. I mean, you know, obviously both teams have a chance to win. Right? But no. But it's true though.
The way you said that is so sad.
No, because I don't like
both teams have a chance to win. It's not certain if we're gonna win.
But I don't. Yeah, like you said, I'm not Nostradamus either. Like,
of course.
I hope my team can,
even though you have the beard,
to do their due diligence and win. But again, I'm not playing. Yeah. You know, I'm not the one on the field. Like you know, I'm at home.
And thank God, you know.
I'd be dead so fast.
No, it's crazy.
Dude, one hit from those guys and you're like gone.
It's crazy. And dudes will get hate from. I mean, it's the Super Bowl. These guys are the best.
Yeah.
They're getting hated on. It's kind of like
that pressure is crazy.
Dude. So did you see the Conor Cerrone fight?
the 10 seconds, 15 seconds?
Did you see it? It was 40. So you saw it?
I did.
Did you see the card or?
I did see the card and I wasn't really happy.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. There were some takeaways that were really good. So
yeah, it just seemed more like a freebie card. You know, like not to say that these people are talented.
Fight was kind of
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like if you pay $60, you kind of want some good fights. Yeah. But a lot of them finished the first round. You're like,
but you know, okay, so Roxanne Modafferi beat Macy Barber, right? And I had Macy winning that. I like Macy. I thought she was gonna go on a run to be champion, but then Roxanne. No, but I like Roxanne. I mean, I like her. I've always liked her. I just never thought she was like champion material. But I mean, now I don't know. She beat her. But anyways, with the Conor beating Cerrone, and now people hating on Conor, hating on Cerrone, hating on Conor, you know, hating on all these people. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like I mean, I think Cerrone was handpicked so that this fight would have a good chance where he could still beat someone, and it's still respectful. It's still a respectful.
Yeah, because there was intention. There was the bad blood at some point,
right? And not even real bad blood, but Cerrone's not a chump. Yeah, he's not a tomato can.
No.
I mean, he's the most winningest fighter in the UFC. Yeah, he has all these records, but he had just got knocked out twice.
And then before that, I think the second one, the one before that, they stopped. Right?
Yeah, because they stopped it.
His eye.
But either way, what I'm saying is you didn't stop twice, and then now you're going into a fight against Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think if we were looking to see really like sport wise, like who goes against who, and I think he should have came back against Gaethje or maybe someone like Kevin Lee. But I'm glad he didn't. I'm saying I'm glad he didn't. I'm saying sport wise. If we're looking at a league, if we're looking at a league, that's who he should have fought. Not a guy that got knocked out twice.
Someone who's on a winning streak, or someone who came off of a win.
Yeah, or even just one knockout, or one loss, or exactly. one. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just but Cerrone did deserve his payday. You know?
Yeah, and that's I can give him that. And some people were saying like that's all he was there for.
Right.
You know what I saw was I don't think he knew that Conor was going to want to close the distance. I just don't think he either knew he was going to be that fast or even really just knew how to handle that kind of speed. You know, like because he came in, swung, you know, instead of Conor like pulling back and then resetting, he stayed on.
If you look, it looked like he kind of froze. I mean, Cerrone threw one head kick and it got blocked.
Yeah.
McGregor threw, 20 strikes and 19 hits.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he threw that first heavy hand, right?
Missed. Everything else hit.
Yeah, but he didn't back off. Like, he didn't readjust and be like, okay, I respect your power. Not saying he didn't respect it, but he was like, I'm going to stay in. I'm going to stay in the pocket. Right. You know, and then that's when he got him with the clinch and then just started breaking his nose.
And those who don't know, we're talking about UFC, Conor McGregor's return after a long layoff, hiatus. The last thing, he fought Mayweather, right? Was the last thing? Or Khabib. He fought Khabib, and then
he lost.
And he lost to Mayweather. You know, so he's coming off some losses, and then he hasn't fought in a while. But he looked in great shape. He came back against Donald Cowboy Cerrone, who holds a bunch of records, has been in the game for a very, very, very long time. I just don't think was a huge... I think for the universal, like, maybe the casual fan, that'll do something, you know? Like, oh, he beat Cowboy. Oh, McGregor is back, you know what I mean? But, you know, for those that know... I think we know what it was. It was to kind of welcome him back, and I'm a McGregor fan, so I liked it. It's not that Cerrone's a chump, but it was kind of handpicked for McGregor, while other fighters, who again their name isn't Conor McGregor, so I understand that this does not apply to them. But you know, Kevin Lee's out here fighting Gregor Gillespie, and he's about to fight Oliveira. And then fight Islam. Okay, so
so did you think he was going to win like that? Did you think Conor was going to win like that? In 40 seconds?
I thought he was going to win within the first round, yes. I had him winning by knockout in the first round.
Okay.
And I had him winning by knockout within the second or third minute. Okay. That's how I said that from the beginning. I had him winning by knockout.
I had him winning knockout first round, right? But of course. I didn't think...
I mean, come on.
I didn't think it was going to be that fast, to be honest.
I mean, but now we're splitting hairs here. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're thinking first round knockout. Oh, I didn't think the time. I mean, you got it pretty spot on.
So here's my thing.
We knew it was going to be a first round knockout. We knew he was going to come out strong.
I wouldn't have been surprised if it was in the second. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was saying, probably first.
Correct.
But if it happened in the second, I would have been like...
Correct. I was the same way.
Okay.
Because Cerrone does have the tools. The tools do exist. Mm-hmm. So whether he got knocked out or not, and I do have to acknowledge that does something to a fighter, even if it just happens once, and even if it's not that bad. Yeah. But he happened to him twice, and he's coming against Conor McGregor, not some other guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, like I didn't see Cerrone winning.
No, but I understand he has the experience and the tools to take it to the second.
Maybe a second,
And I wouldn't have been surprised. Yeah. But I also was saying that I wouldn't be surprised within the first minute. So when I was saying like, he's getting knocked out in the second or third minute of the first round, I was saying that. I was also saying maybe I'm wrong and he goes into the second round.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong and he beats him in the first minute. And then maybe I was wrong. And we're splitting 30 seconds here.
But that's like roulette where you're, instead of betting on just black and
oh, no, you're getting red, real close.
Now you're putting on numbers.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That's why it's like,
you had your whole board covered.
We were pretty close. Yeah. We knew he was going to come out.
I was actually shocked as to how he came out, though.
I wasn't. The left hand.
No, not like that. No.
Left hand.
No, for sure. Like that, I wasn't like, what? I think I was just shocked.
He looked crisp.
Yeah, I think I was shocked as he didn't let him go.
Oh yeah.
Like it was, I missed. I don't need to adjust because now I got this new move. Oh, I broke your nose.
Not a new move. That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Not a new move.
Yeah.
And that was weird because Rogan was like, I've never seen that. It's like I've seen fighters do that.
Yeah, I've seen that before too.
John Jones, I think, has done it.
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah. And no, McGregor is not an alien. He does not have like special razor blades on your. No, he's doing it against a guy that has been knocked out twice.
But he broke his nose. So the thing is,
I mean, there is pain there. He did dip low. Yeah. He did dip low and go into it, and I've always thought like, why don't they do that? You know, like really get into it. And, yeah, exactly, because they never do that. You know,
but I thought it might affect your shoulder more so than the damage you're outputting.
I'm not taking away from McGregor. Yeah. I'm not taking away from McGregor. He looked crisp against an experienced veteran fighter. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly. If this was like the 2 years ago or 3 years when they were exchanging the words, might be different.
But now I want to see him against Gaethje, and I think he beat Gaethje. Yeah. I'm not talking trash as in that he's gonna. I think that would be a fun fight.
I don't want to.
He moves forward. It plays right into the hands of McGregor's counter punching. Yeah. I think it's a really good fight for him. It makes him look good. It'll make him kind of dig deep. People will respect that win. Versus the guys in the back. The guys in the back don't respect this win. Really.
I think if he fought Kevin
don't think so.
It would be more of an impressive.
I'm down with that too. I'm down with
Poirier.
that. Nah.
You don't see it. You don't.
We've seen that. We've seen
but
that.
How many years ago? This is a different Poirier.
And the storyline could be written. I just think it's a little more difficult. You see what I'm saying? And so when you start thinking about in terms of storylines. You know,
I don't
that's
see him fighting Gaethje,
so let's see who you don't see him fighting Gaethje.
I don't see Gaethje on the table, and I actually don't see Kevin Lee on the table. These are the people I see.
I don't see Kevin Lee on the table, and this is why. Okay. Because he recently said that he has on contract that he just got knocked out Gregor Gillespie, who was an undefeated, no name, up and coming fighter, really good, great wrestling. Pretty decent stand, tenacious, really crazy. Nobody want to fight him because these no-name fighters. Okay, so what people don't understand is sometimes like let's say I have a name and he's an up-and-comer, he's undefeated, and I have a name and I'm a veteran. I don't want to fight him because he might beat me and he has a no name. Yeah. And usually what happens in the UFC or in MMA is when you beat someone, you take all that they have. You now stack your reputation onto your reputation. Yeah. And so if you don't want to give up your reputation to this no-name guy. So Kevin Lee takes this fight against Gregor Gillespie, knocks him out in one of the most vicious knockouts I've ever seen. It was a head kick straight to the face, and Gregor Gillespie knocks out.
The only thing keeping him in the ring was the ring itself.
That's it.
Because he would have cage.
He flew back. It was like anime. It was like anime. Boom.
Good thing the cage
flew off. Cage, boom, and
he was gonna land in someone's lap.
It was crazy. It was crazy wild, you know. And so no, we don't want to throw McGregor in with a killer like that, or Gaethje right off the bat, off a 3-year layoff. We put him in with a guy that got knocked out twice, wears shoulder bumps, and it did break his nose, but something like that will, destroy his whole thing and change him. Yeah. So I feel like the money fight is probably Masvidal's the money fight. So these are the money fight.
So I can see Masvidal in the talks because of the money and because of what Masvidal's been doing.
So Masvidal is Jorge Masvidal. He's another fighter at the 170, and he just recently became the BMF title holder, the Bad Mother Effer title. And he's over there flaunting it, trying to tell people come and get it.
But he's also knocked people out, and he's fought some notable names. And
he fought Ben Askren, who was undefeated at the time, and he knocked him out in 5 seconds.
Yeah, before that he beat Darren Till.
Darren Till, another up and comer guy who just beat Kevin Gastelum. Yeah,
so he's on a 3-fight win streak. Doing crazy things, talking a big game. Right. I love it. It's awesome. It's reminiscent of Conor.
Right.
So it's
I didn't like the whole robe. He came in a Versace robe that Conor wore during the world tour for training for Floyd Mayweather fight. And it was really weird. I didn't even I couldn't interpret.
Maybe that was a jab.
I didn't get it. I didn't get what it was. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I like Jorge Masvidal. I think he's really cool, but that was a really weird move, seeing him that desperate. And it wasn't really, he didn't do anything wrong. Think about it. What did he do last time? He sat in the stands and he kind of just waited in his turn, and Nate Diaz called him out. And so he's trying to pull the same thing again. So he's trying to do it. So I don't blame him, but I just think he tried a little too hard. Yeah.
Well, so I see him.
I
can see, what is it? Nate 3. That's never off the table. I feel you know, and then
it's never off the table.
Yeah, either Tony Ferguson, whether he loses or wins to Khabib or Khabib.
I don't see Khabib.
You don't see it?
No, because Khabib fights in April against Tony Ferguson,
Yeah.
and then Ramadan happens, and so he won't be available until September. McGregor said he wants to fight 3 for sure, possibly 4 times this year. He has 1. He's not going to hold out until September to do nothing.
But see, that depends on. Yeah,
and then that'll leave everybody kind of stifled. No,
but that depends if Tony even is healthy enough to fight.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I think that's...
Well, what I'm saying is he might dip out, and Conor could easily fit that spot against Khabib number 2, you know?
I agree.
Before Ramadan.
I don't see him beating Khabib right now like that. McGregor's not a liar when he says that stuff, and I believe him. He said himself. He said, "I'm not talking shit." He said, "I'm not there yet. I need to fight more." You know, and I believe. I would say give him guys that are gonna make him dig in or go somewhere new or you know somewhere where he hasn't been in a while. You know, that he's really back.
The only problem if he fights Tony Ferguson for the belt or if he fights Khabib for the belt, I mean, I would like him to fight for the title again because I like Conor, but. It is weird. I'm not going to not deny the fact that it's like, you fought and won, but in another weight class. And if you're going to go back to this weight class, you lost last time. You know, so it's like it kind of sucks that you're being rewarded because of your name and because of what you've done, quote unquote, for the sport. You know, it's like...
Not really. I don't agree because I think that holds something now. This is a business in the end.
Yeah.
And I mean...
But I feel like that's more the business.
If my personality is gravitating and I'm this, and you sit there quietly like that, I mean, whatever. Your closed mouth is not going to get fed. I'm going to be over here. That's your problem. That's your problem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's where the game is, and that's now a skill. We've seen it. It's now a skill with McGregor, with Masvidal and Diaz and the Askrens and we've seen
but I think
that
that's a
this
problem
gets
in the sport,
you
though.
I don't
because
think
if you're number 2, let's say even number 3 in the division, right? The dude who just won in another division and who hasn't fought for a year, and the last time he did fight lost in your division.
Right, but if I just start talking about Dustin Poirier, who to a fight fan, it's Dustin
3, right?
Poirier.
Number 3,
But if I go to anyone, if I go to work and I'm like, oh, do you guys watch Dustin Poirier? They'd be like, who is Dustin Poirier? So no, dude. I agree with what you're saying and the point that you are making. I agree with that point. That sport-wise, sure.
It's not.
But at the same time, if we don't have a business and these things, the sport is dead. Nobody watches it, and we can't even talk about rankings in the first place because nothing will fund it. No. So this is part of the sport. And you know what proves that he agrees with me is that he watches the NFL, which is the same exact thing. We all know that past Super Bowls and past playoff games have been influenced by calls and different weirdness by the lights and stuff like that. Accidents. Like, I mean, come on. We're not silly. We're not silly that any organism or organization that has billions and millions of dollars does not have somebody with an insurance plan or some sort of like little tap push. I'm not saying to completely rig everything, but to pretend that there's not people that want certain things at the high levels is just silly.
But that's different because that's somebody rigging the fight so that now these two can fight.
No, I don't think so. This is different. This is a promotion. We promote.
But you're promoting what? The sport. Without the sport, there is nothing to promote.
You're not. You're promoting fights. You're promoting storylines. You're not promoting the sport. You're promoting storylines.
Now it's getting away from that though.
Yeah,
because if you look at it, there was no bad blood here anymore. You know, and my friend was making a good point.
Between Khabib and McGregor?
No, between McGregor and Cowboy. Like there was this fight, like you said, this fight didn't have to happen.
Of course.
You know, 2 years ago, more people would have been like, "Fuck, I'm down to see that." Like I wanted to see it.
No. But this is them protecting their golden goose. This is it's an investment. I'm not going to throw him in against.
Yeah. See,
And it's kind of like if you have two superstars, they're both up and coming. Yeah. You're not going to early in their career put them together so that they fight. As a promoter, that makes sense. And you're not going to blame the promoter because
but I just don't like when people are getting
promoter.
Shelved. People are getting shelved now because of...
And I don't like it either. But at the same time, like, come on, Leon Edwards. I love Leon Edwards. I love the way he fights. I like him. I like the way he carries himself. But you gotta also speak up. You supposedly want this. Yeah. Like, come on, we also gotta understand what this is. And this is part of it.
And I totally get you have to do both.
You gotta do both now. Yeah. It just is. You know what I mean? Or not. Or go to like one championship where they are actually about the sport and stuff like that.
Well, my thing is
where Demetrius Johnson went.
Is it changes the whole ranking then? Because we already know the ranking is flawed.
Yeah, it is.
But now, when you do that whole, like, a hop, skip, and a jump for this person, it changes that whole dynamic to where it's like, then what does this mean? I'm number 3, but number 7 in another weight class can be number 3 here. Yeah. Like, that doesn't... They don't even have the numbers.
I agree, but something is to be said, and I wasn't down with this at first, but now I'm on the other side, obviously. But like with GSP coming back to fight, I mean these guys. No, but these guys are all-time greats. Yeah. You know, they earn their spot to be the champion that comes out. Okay, so for example, what I'm trying to say is like. And I know this is not the same thing, but let's say you have gladiators, right? Mm-hmm. And you retire one, but he was undefeated 70 fights. He killed 70 guys, you know what I mean? And he retired, but only maybe a few months before he retired. Now there's this up-and-comer who's also undefeated, but he's only killed 10 guys, you know? So this other guy wants to come back. You don't wait. I mean, people want to see him fight against the up-and-comer. He gets the spot, right, to fight the guy that's undefeated right currently. He doesn't have to come back through the system. He's the guy that everybody knows was undefeated 70 times. And is he going to win? I don't know. His layoff might lose, but if he's willing to not take the tune-up fight and go in there, he deserves it. So McGregor understands that he needs the tune-up. He understands I need to get in there and get like my feet wet and kind of. He understands that, so he's doing that. They're protecting their investment, you know. And now I think. I don't like it. I mean, I think it's a promotion. It's a circus. It's a pop-up tent.
It's become that more and more throughout the years.
It's kind of I mean
no, because back in the day, like you just fought every and anybody at any weight class. You know what I'm saying?
No, right.
And then it started becoming let's have some more rules and some blah blah and the fight system and a ranking.
But there were still rivalries and there were still storylines like Horace Gracie and Shamrock. I mean,
but what I'm saying is now you can talk your way into a fight without having any real like. I could just be like. I have no problem with you, but all of a sudden, blah, 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 I have an issue.
I think as long as you're authentic about it, yes.
Well, Kobe
Covington.
He talked his way into being around all these, you know, like...
And good, and the thing is, they don't get paid enough. So I'm not if that's the way, they took their sponsors away, now they're all Reebok and stuff, and so now they have to talk to earn their money, I'm not mad at that. It's what it is. You know, we know that sports is about storylines. Even if you look at something like the NBA, when the Lakers versus the Celtics, Lakers versus the Kings, Lakers versus these storylines that are built, that's what it's about. And we know this. Why? Because the WWE exists. Literally, we're told that it is fake and will still sell out arenas. Why? Because it has nothing to do with the sport or who's the better wrestler. It's about the storyline of The Undertaker versus, you know, Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan or whatever. It's the storyline that sells, I mean, the sport, yes, but the sport comes secondary in priority to the organization. That's the point I'm making. It's the business and the storyline and then the sport comes second. If they can accommodate both, great, but you know, or at least that's how I feel.
And now I'm sad.
In the end, I'm sad too, and I'm sad too.
It's alright. I'm not sad because of this.
Yeah, no, and good luck. You know,
hopefully they play and they win.
Yeah, hopefully. But I mean, and I'm sad because we gotta go now. We gotta close out. Until next episode. This was great. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to kick it off and
New Year's resolution.
Let's go. New Year's resolution.
Do more podcasts.
Do more podcasting. You know,
And then you never saw
and you
it.
never see.
Yeah.
This is our last podcast.
Yeah.
This is us more podcasting.
One more.
Goodbye.
I'm Saga MC.
And I'm Daniel. Peace out. This is a show no one asked.
This is
This is
This is the show nobody asked for.
There you go. Peace.
Later.
See ya.